Hello guys, it is One Day I'll Make It from the Poker Strategy Forums here, or Chancer 1987 now as you'll see on PokerStars. I'm just going to record a video of me playing 6 tables of 10 and L, and the reason for this is because the last few days I've been quite break-even, well, not break-even but not brilliant. This is today's session so far, I'm nearly a buy-in down. If we just go all dates, I think I'm about maybe 7 BBs per 100 up. But it's very choppy, it's all over the place, and I've got a very slow computer, by the way. Yeah, 7, EV's about 9, rakeback's about 9. You know, we have got that upwards going line, which is nice, but it's just way more choppy than I like. If you compare this to like my 2NL play or my 5NL play, you'll see that it's very linear. I was playing very controlled. My aggression was in the right places. It felt a better experience to play. 10 and L, I'm feeling like I'm just making really fishy plays, to be honest. I don't. Poker Snow is agreeing. If you see my blog, you'll see that I've been uploading sessions into Poker Snowy, and my Poker Snowy for 10 and L is a lot worse than it is for 2 and L and 5 and L. And I don't think I should be adjusting that much. I don't think I should be changing my game between these stakes. I don't think it's that different. What I have noticed here is there's a lot more reggae-ish people. I mean, we've got a fishy guy down here. My colours basically they're not based on any specific reads, or not regularly anyway. They're normally just based on stats to give me a good visual indicator when I'm selecting tables. I mean, if you look at 17-15, 19-15, 19-14, 25-18, 23-17, 25-18, you know, they're all reggish kind of players. There's not many bad players. Whereas at 2NL, you get people like this all over. 92-0, he's probably about to lose his money. Yeah, you could join any table and you'd have one or two of these people. So that's maybe why my win rate's not so good, because I'm playing better players, and I should be table selecting a lot more than I am, but unfortunately I'm being quite impatient getting into games. Yeah, so I'm just going to record so that I have to talk through what I'm doing. I have to talk through the process for each hand, what range I put the opponent on, what range I think he puts me on and such. I'm just calling here to set mine. His raise quite low. I'm normally 3-betting 9 or 10 big blinds. He's 3-betting 7, so I've got 4.6 to call. You know, I've got better than 2-to-1 odds. Pot odds, that is. I do think he's going to c-bet a lot here. I mean, he's got 83% c-bet. He's got quite a high aggression factor of 7. What I think we can do here is just raise a lot of the time. If he has an ace-jack or king-jack, he's probably not folding. If he has anything else, he's probably getting rid of it. I think he has a non-jack often enough for this to work. He could call with a heart draw. He probably will call with a heart draw. He might even shove me with a decent heart draw with an ace. But I think a lot of the time we're getting a folder just because he is so aggressive that he's going to be doing that with a massive frequency. Considering the fact as well that he was playing there from the big blind, he's got quite a lot of small pair type hands in his hand. So I mean, 7s are going to fold, 8s, 9s, 10s, everything that beats us. The only thing I say pretty much sets high flush draws, and maybe because he's so aggressive, just ace jack, king jack. I'm tempted just to flat this one. I don't see the point in 3-betting this one because we still want to get value on the turn. This one obviously I've got no chance of winning unless I hit a 5. This one I've got a good chance of winning still. And the 5 is a beautiful card for us because it's complete blank. Unless obviously he has a pair of 5s like we did. The 8's not fantastic, but it only really completes 9 queen. I don't see him having 9-7 in his range. I don't see him having 6-7 in his range. Not that's going to bet the flop. We can maybe squeeze a little bit of value out of a jack or a 10. So I'll just bet small and hope that he calls. Wow, we got value from ace high. That isn't something I was expecting, to be fair. We'll just mark that hand for review. I like going back and seeing how I got his range so wrong. I thought I was only getting value from ace 10, king 10, maybe a queen 10, maybe a 10-9, things like that, and high jacks, I didn't think I'd be getting value from ace 9. That is weird. And this is why I shouldn't be adjusting too much from my 2-0 play, I don't think. Because this guy's a 19-12. I know it's only a short sample of hands. I'm going to call it just because I've got really good odds to do that. This guy's a fish, 44-13. I'm just going to go for value. The queen's not great, but it does give us the nuts flush draw. I'm betting here obviously because now we've got a gut shot straight draw, and a flush draw. I don't see the point in calling something like 10 jack. I know I'm in position. This guy's range could be a lot stronger. If he does have any jacks, we're going to be dominated. He's not going to have 9 jack very often. He can have queen 10. You can have jack king. I don't want to play this too multi-way because there's a lot of cards that can scare me. So aces, kings, jacks are all quite scary because they fill a lot of 2 pairs and a lot of straights. The queen is not at all a good card for us now. So if I raise there, what do I put him on? He can have queen x of diamonds. I think we've got to carry on with our aggression because we have played like we've got a strong queen. Unfortunately, I think a lot of the time here he's actually going to have the queen. So he must have had a flush draw then, a non-queen flush draw. I'll review that one because I don't think I made the right play there. Despite winning this on this occasion. But what queens is he calling with that many people in the pot when I play that aggressively? What queens is he calling? It's got to be ace queen, and it's got to have at least 1 diamond. So he must have just had a diamond draw. Into 3 ways against this fishy guy. I'm going to say he's a fish because he's got 37 stacks, and this fish because he's 37 stacks. 37 big blinds. I'm just going to bet there and go for value. I'm not going to do any of this slow play and let him catch up stuff. I think they're stupid enough to just call, so there's no point losing value there. Apologies if I talk fast. I'm well aware I do. It's a Northern English thing. If you don't understand anything in this, just post in my blog, and yeah, I'll get back to you. This guy's 38-32. I'm not expecting him to fold a lot, hopefully. So far, he's folded to 1 out of 5 3-bets. His under the gun range over a small sample is 50%. That means absolutely nothing because that will be over like 3 or 4 hands. But yeah, there I'd just go all in against him quite happily. I'll be raising any pocket pair from under the gun, along with suited aces and then the rest of the usual range. My middle position play, I think I have quite good ranges, but yeah, they're not as strict and defined as they could be. It's one of those ones where I've learned from a hand chart in the past. We're going to bet here just to try and get value from things like king, queen, king, jack. And lower pairs. I don't know if that is a fish, I suppose, it call with much lower pairs. Yeah, I think my ranges are reasonable. Just go statistics. Get off 2-0. See what's popped up. King 4, no thank you. 3 jack, no thank you. So I'm looking quite good. Really tight from early position. A little bit looser from mid position, and then open up to nearly 50% on the button. It's just his mid position changes a lot. This guy's got 8% 3-bet. I don't see any value in 4-bet him because I don't know him well enough. I mean, does he fold to 4-bets? Fold to 4-bet, it's only done 1. It's a small sample. We'll just call and see if we can do that. Will he be 3-betting jack queen from my middle position open and he's cut off? No. We give him the check to see if it's c-bet. He has got 64% c-bet. He's not c-bet, so we're going to do it for him. If he raises us, we're quite happily going all in because I don't think he can have 6-7 here. I don't think he can have jack queen. We're probably getting value from a lower set or 2 pair. I'm not going to bother bluffing this. I think a lot of the time I've got the best hand anyway. Sometimes he's going to have a random low pair. But yeah, a lot of time we might as well take it down. He's never going to call with worse than an ace high there, so there's no point betting. Time to get aces and get absolutely zero action, despite the fact we've got a 9%, 11%, 11% 3-better, and none of them will do it this time. Called it. So our fellow 27-5 player decides to lead into us after calling from small blind. Now is it Jack 10 or King Queen or a flush draw? If it was a flush draw, I want to get value from it. No, he was just trying to donk. I maybe should have raised the. Should I have raised? I think he can call there with Jack 10, so I don't really want to raise. I don't know what else he's betting with besides a flush draw or Jack 10. And a flush draw is probably calling the raise, and a Jack 10 is probably calling the raise. I don't know which he's more likely to have. Weird. He's developing into a fishy player. That's why I only had a few hands on him. But still, 34, and then he leads out. I don't know what his donk stats like. Donk is post flop. I've got it somewhere else. By the way, being as I'm using it, I better promote it. Felix Schneiders, if you know him, he's PokerStars online player. Absolutely brilliant guy. Brilliant forum he's got. He Twitch streams quite a lot, mostly Tuesdays and Sundays, which are the good ones for the UK stream, English-speaking listeners. And yeah, legend of a guy, and he's got this in his shop, and I've used it since it was released, I think. And yes, you could make one yourself, probably just as good. And I don't really like these pop-ups because I think the basic ones are probably better. But I used to love the color coding it had. It's got the right stats on. I've changed the 4-bet to a C-bet just for my own personal liking. I don't think 4-bet's a valuable stat at the absolute micros. So I thought C-bet was probably better. And we've already utilised that stat today. 4-bet, we had no read on this guy who 4-bet a minute ago. So yeah, the C-bet stat I preferred. But yeah, I just can't find donk. It's got to be on here somewhere. I think it'd be post flop. Well, I'm sure it's in there somewhere. But yeah, not today. Sorry about that. I just got a text message or a work. No, I got a work email. Fantastic. Just gonna check see if you see bets. See if you see bets. That's how much attention I was paying right then because actually I was the last to act. When I get my 2 pair, I'm just gonna bet now. Back to concentration mode, Jace. Come on, you can do this. Yeah, I think so far what we've played 13 minutes. I think most decisions have been good. I think it was a bit weird. What was the good one we won? Can't remember now. There was one weird hand. I'll look at reviewing that in a bit. But yeah, otherwise I think we've made the right decisions in most places. This guy is gonna say he didn't have much, but yeah, well, 9-3. At least we know what he can open with now. I suppose he called from the big blind, did he? Yeah, just called from the big blind, but with 9-3. I'm just gonna flat this actually, being as it's an undergun razor. Further king. Okay. Could well have had it, I suppose. Don't know what this guy's like for squeezing. Is that what he's prepping for? 2 out of 73 is not doing that too often. Free Wild. I think this is a guy who I was playing earlier who I lost a big pot to when... No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I was going to say the one where I lost with aces over 4s to my 5s over aces, but it was actually this guy. It was this table, but it used to be down here. Yeah, I don't know why I've not gotten marked as reg already. A 2016 player over 220 hands. He played the hand very well, to be fair. Did he? No, maybe not. Maybe he didn't. But, well, he completely shoved the river and got me to fall for it. I don't know if he knew if I had a set or what. Uh, no way I can call there. There's way too much stuff that hits his range well for an undergun raiser. He's going to have a lot of jacks and kings in his hand. I can't call with my ace high and expect to be better at any point there. Let's get marking some of these reggish looking players up. As I said, these aren't off. We're going to mark this guy as a bad reg actually. Orange is bad reg for me. As I said, yeah, these marks aren't particularly like play related. They're just stat related, and it's more for a fact with that. Even if this guy's bad with 18-15, I don't really want to jump at the chance of getting on his table. I'd rather jump at the chance of getting on this guy's table who's aggressive but without a 3-bet stat, which is kind of weird. He's got 16 aggression factor, he's got 42-32, and he's got 0 3-bet. So I'm going to put him as aggressive, but it's probably an aggressive fish. It's just to see who I'd like to sit at a table at. For example, this guy at 28-3, I'm going to want to sit at a table at more than this guy, even if he is bad, just because I know that it's going to be very passive and I get to put the money into the hands that I want to put money into. Let's look, this guy's kind of reggish. He's on the reg side for me not to want to play him. This guy, 36-0, is a fish. He's already marked as a reg. He's looking bad reg because he's got half a stack. I don't think we're never going to see some proper half stack pros at 10-0. This guy must be somewhat of a reg because he's 4 stars, and I've not got that yet this month. So, he's got 100% C-bet. He's got a wide opening range, which means I think we can probably check raise. Yeah, he's going to have king sometimes, but he's going to have ace-x a lot of the time. Fair play if he's just done a low bet so that we do raise. But it looks like he has just done what we said. He's quite aggressive player, that's why I've marked him yellow. But he didn't want to piss his money into the wind, so he bet a small amount and we raised him 1. Marvellous. Read of the day. I'd like to flat here just so I can play a suited ace in position, but these guys have a 6% and 7% 3-bet. They're both reg players to my left. And this guy doesn't fold enough to 3-bets for me to 3-bet either, so I'm just going to lay it down here. If these guys were a lot tighter, if I was talking like 19-16 with 2 or 3% 3-bet for each of them, then I'd probably call there and not expect to be squeezed too much. I just don't want to waste money by some guys who I know are 3-betting a lot on reggish players, so are going to seize the opportunity to squeeze. We've got a hand with queens against a fish over here, which is good. Again, just going for max value. Is he going to fold ace-jack on a flop like that? No. Is he going to fold ace-10? No. Has he hit his 10? Yeah, cool. We'll carry on. It's not great at his heart, but I mean, I can't really expect this guy to be solely playing things like flush draws. So I've got to carry on going for value. Is he going to call with an ace-10 there, or queen-jack, or whatever he can get to that river with? Yes. So we've got to go for it and expect that, yeah, every once in a while he is going to actually have a flush there. And so be it. Same again, he can call with anything there, so we'll just try getting value. If we get raised, we insta-fold. Otherwise, we just play into him. Go for value on our 2-pair. Now, he raises, which isn't good, but I think he can have 2-pair, thinking he can have a king, and we've just barreled him down massively on 2 hands. I think sometimes I do lose here, but I think I win often enough to actually make the call. Yeah, so he's just got a king, and he got sick of us barreling him by the sounds of it. I think that's an okay call, considering his stats and what we've just done it 2 hands in a row. I wouldn't be doing that against reg players. I'm not going to go against him and try and steal the blind, because we've just had these 2 hands, and he has tried playing back. I don't want to be 3-bet with king 6 against a fish. Maybe I am leveling myself there by saying, oh, I can't raise this hand now because we've just had a hand against him. But rather safe than sorry. If he does call, I'm not getting much from king 6. I don't think it's a big hand to throw away. Talking of king 6. Whereas now I'm quite happy, and if he does 3-bet me, fuck him, let's have him. He might not even be concerned, he might be multi-tabling and not even have a clue what's going on here. No, he's not. It's a later raise this time. Last time we didn't 3-bet ace queen because it was a raise from under the gun. This time, not so much so. 63-0. I'm going to bet here and just try and scare him. When he calls, we just check and hope for a 10 on the river, and he doesn't have a flush. Value bet our queens. Can he call with ace king there? I think so. So I think we get value from it. Can he call with hands like... He can definitely call with jacks. He can definitely call with eights. So yeah, not a problem. King 9's just on the extremity of my range, so I think. 3-bet the ace king. If he doesn't bet here, we're probably going to bet this ace. I think we have a lot more aces in our range than he does in his. Those two are sitting out, so he was big blind. So maybe that's not the case. I'm tempted to bet him here, but he has got a really short stack. I don't want to check and give him the opportunity to bet. I think I'm just going to check and hope for the best. I think we've got a foldy for bets now, yeah. It's a shame. I think we've got him a lot there, but he's got such a short stack that he's shoving the river no matter what. We're just going to do a small 4-bet here. He's only got 2% 3-bet over 125 hands. That still does give him ace king in his range, but I think he's going to be polarised a lot towards aces and kings themselves. If he shoves, we fold. Oh, it's always hard folding these. I just think we're behind so many times on a 2% 3-better. We block ace queen, so he's got to have ace king, which we're at least a flip. At best a flip, sorry. No, I think I'm going to do a fold. It's a difficult fold, and if he was 4% plus there, we'd probably call and just hope that we're against ace king or jacks. I don't think this guy's shoving jacks. We'll probably go for another 6 or 7 minutes, just take it up to half an hour, and then we'll call it. Get this shit uploaded. I'd be interested to see what people think about that one, actually. It is painful pissing away 25 big blinds or whatever like that. Should I just call the 3-bet there, probably? We know he's 3-betting small, so is there any point 4-betting? Because we could be facing a shove a lot. He's up to 4% now, but it's still low. Not going to bother with that. I'll run a range calculation there and just see what I think you could have. I think in every situation where I call there is aces and kings, and I'll just kick myself every time saying, well, it could have been ace king, and it just won't be. I think it was a small enough 4-bet for him to call with ace king. And even then, as I say, that's just a flip, so and that's best case scenario. I really still don't think he's doing with jacks. Bummer. I think I'd be kicking myself more if I called than saw aces, so we'll forget about it. We'll mark this guy as a bit of a reg. 26-20 is a bit loose. What do I play? 23-18. It's not over the top. We've got a fish in the small blind, and we've got this guy who's just sat in and posted with less than half full stack, so you can probably assume that he's a suspected fish. This guy looks kind of raggish, though. He comes in, is so eager to play that he posts, and then he times out. What a legend. Three betting this, I think it's a lot better than his button range. I think it's, it's fine when he calls. This guy not so much so because he's got 0% fold to 3 bet, only against one to be honest. But he's a short stack, so it's quite cheap for him to 4bet us. Where did I mark him as that? It should be. He is actually on purposely half stacking. I don't see why you do that this stakes. You just can't make enough money off it, surely. Unless he's really got the play down. You take your bluff, sir, and you run with your bluff. You make millions. We've got 12 hands on him actually. We must have played against him before. Just increase. I'd normally do 2.4 as you've been seeing, but can increase this one. A, because we're against a fish, and B, because he's limped. I'd normally, if that was somebody a bit better who's limped, if that ever happened, we'd probably just bet 3 there, but because we've got the 2 fish, we just want to try and get value in the pot while we've got a good hand. $63, 3.5. We'll go with 3. We've got the flush draw, so we're going to bet small again. We'll probably just do 3 again. I don't think he'll find that too weird. We don't hit it, so we're just going to check back. Pair of 4s was calling. I don't even know if we'd have got rid of that if we bet, though. That's the problem. I assume he's only single table in. Yep. So he's maybe actually noted the aggression we've done against him. Maybe I'm overrating him there. Let's go check this one down, I think. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't bet the turn on that because it would have definitely called. And then he had the free reign to bluff me on the flush coming. Right, so that's about it. That's coming up to 28 minutes, so I will start sitting out the tables now. Yeah, hopefully I've not made too many stupid errors. I don't know what I should have done with them queens there. I think that's the main talking point of this one. Yeah, I don't know if that's a standard call at 10-0 really. That's just seemed a bit tight for me to want to do it. I could have flatted the 3-bet, but then what flops am I happy with his low 3-bet anyway? If the flop came Jack 7-2, for example, and he started piling loads of aggression, I'm probably still just getting it into aces and kings. So yeah, the fold feels shit, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it too much at all. Besides that, not too many major spots. I think we've done some okay directed aggression. We did it on this top left table, I think it was. We raised a flop on somebody who was aggressive on a jack high 2 flush board. We got value from a fish down here. I think it's been okay overall. We're going to bet here. We're going to do at least 2 streets. I think he's not going to fold a lot on an 8-8-3 board. This becomes quite unfortunate because he's got a pair. I'd rather check and try and hit a queen or an ace, I think. I think I'd just rather check it down now. I mean, he can definitely have a pair. Is he going to fold a 3 here? Is he fuck? Yeah, that's unlucky. I don't think he was going to fold down the turn either. Come on, let's end on a stack. Show him how to do a proper spade flush. Fuck me, that's a point. I'm doing these the Poker Stars challenge things. Now I'm finally up to 10 LL. And being as that's not got an exclamation mark on it, that means for the... God, how many hands have I played? How many hands have I played today? Let's have a look. Out of the 732 hands that I've played today, I have not had a flush yet. Not one with a flush. Ugh, didn't want that. That's bad. Yeah, anyway, that's pretty much bang on 30 minutes, just a little bit over. Thanks for watching. Any comments, please post them in my blog. My blog's looking a little bit dead. I need some more friends in there now, so feel free to join in the ride. The aim for the blog, I suppose, is just to progress. I'm not going to say that... I know I've done a bankroll, get rich or die trying challenge up to 1,000. I intend to get up there quite quickly and fly through it, to be honest. If I carry on playing like I did play in this video, where I'm maybe even talking to myself in real life and just actually getting my thoughts out before I actually play the hand, I think that will help massively towards me. I'll probably start recording more videos if this one is of good quality. I have been spewing a lot recently. I intend to get away from that, otherwise I'm not going to progress, because I'm just going to be fighting for $10 fucking stacks all my life rather than getting up to 100 NL where I want to be. So yeah, keep interested. Follow your favourite whatever you can do to my blog. Keep updated on the posts. Tell me how you think I'm doing. The more people do that, the more content I'll put on there, the more videos I'll put on there, and hopefully we'll make it a decent blog, because I've had blogs before and a lot of them have just died because I've thought, I'm going through all this, nobody's even posting, I've lost a bit of money this session, I don't really want to post it on a blog, fuck it, let's quit. Don't want to do that anymore. So yeah, any critique is much welcomed. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.